Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Taylor Nicholston and welcome to my beauty space. So today I'm doing this super pretty, super colorful, glowing makeup look for you guys. It's really easy but super glam, no false lashes, just super easy but also very put together, a little different and something very edgy. So if you guys want to see this video, then please keep watching. So to begin, I'm going in with this Whish Botanical Primer, and I'm in love with this primer. It's super hydrating, and it just feels so good on the skin. It's very smoothing. And then for foundation, I'm going in with the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation, and I'm really in love with this foundation. It applies so well, and it's great. But I've recently decided to go cruelty free, so after I get done with this bottle of foundation, I will not be buying any more because Maybelline tests on animals. They are not cruelty free, so I'm very sad. After this bottle, I will not be having this foundation anymore. I mean, it's really good and it's like cheap, but it's a good quality, but I would much rather be cruelty free than have a cheap foundation, if you know what I mean. So I am just applying this to the face, and I'm blending it in with my beauty blender, really making sure to get around the edges of the face. And as you can see, my face does not match my neck. Like, my face is a lot lighter than my neck just because I exfoliate and everything. So this foundation does not match my face, but it matches the rest of my body. And I am just making sure to get around the hairline and around the jawline to make sure I don't have any harsh foundation lines. Next, for concealer, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this shade is way too light for me now because I've been tanning a lot, but I feel like I have to use it, so I'm going to use this bottle, and then once I go and restock, I'm definitely getting a darker shade because this one is just a little bit too light for me, but this is like my favorite concealer, so I decided to suck it up and use it anyways. So I am putting this on all the places I want to highlight on my face. I'm going underneath the eyes. I'm really taking this on the inner corner of the eyes, and then I'm going on the eyelids as well, just to prime for eyeshadow. And then I will take some on my chin, Cupid's bow, nose, and forehead, just to highlight those areas and bring some light to those areas. And then I'm switching to this little itty bitty miracle eraser sponge from Real Techniques, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this in with this little sponge. If you guys have not tried these little sponges, you need to. They are great. I really wanted to try the little mini beauty blenders, but I can never find those anywhere, like ever. I can never find them. So I saw these at Marshall's, and I think at Marshall's I got 2 in a pack for like $2.99, so I mean, you can't really beat that. But they're super good, and I really like them for blending out the under eyes, especially whenever you have your eyeshadow already done, because it makes your concealer a lot more precise and you have a lot more control over where the product goes. So once I get that blended in, I'm going in with this Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 10 Light. And like I said before, I won't be using any more Maybelline products after I run out of these because they are not cruelty free. So this will be the last container of this powder that I use. So if you guys know a good like cheap face powder that I can use to like bake underneath my eyes and set the rest of my face and stuff, please comment below and let me know because I'm in desperate need of a new one. Like, I really want to try the Laura Mercier one, but I'm pretty sure that Laura Mercier tests on animals as well. So I really need a good cruelty-free brand that has a good powder. So as you can see, I am setting all the places that I put that powder just so we can lock in that lightness and make sure the effect of the concealer does not go away. And I'm also putting some powder on my smile lines as well, just because my smile lines crease really badly, and I found that putting powder on right there really helps throughout the day. Next, I'm going in with this e.l.f. Blush and Bronzing Duo, and I'm taking the bronzing shade, which you can see is a little bit broken. I'm taking the Sonia Kashuk multi-purpose domed brush. As you can see, it is like super... It's like super dense, super domed. It's perfect to get right into the cheekbones. So I am just taking this bronzer and I'm going right into the cheekbones just to hollow out that area, make my cheekbones stand out a little bit more. And then I will start going around the forehead and around the hairline and the temples just to add some color back to that area. It looks a little bit flat whenever you don't have any bronzer on. And then I will take just a little bit more of this and I will just run it down the sides of the nose. I'm not putting any additional product on my brush. I'm just taking whatever is left over. Next, I'm going in with this Makeup Revolution Blush Goddess blush and highlighting palette. I'm taking this little e.l.f. I think it's like a tapered face brush. I'm not really sure. But I'm taking this really pretty bright pink from this palette and I'm putting this on the cheeks. I'm starting at the backs of the cheeks and working my way forward. And as you can see, I am not being light-handed with this. I really, really want this blush to be super pigmented and show up really, really well. Then I'm going in with this kind of like pinkish rose gold kind of highlighting shade. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick that up on that same brush and just put it all over the cheeks as well, just to add an extra glow. Now, to begin highlighting, I'm going in with this Makeup Revolution highlighting palette. I think this is the Cool Glow one. I'm going in with the second shade, which is just this really beautiful, like, pinky, silvery highlight. And I'm taking this on this little Ecotools multitasking brush, just because this brush is awesome for applying highlight. It's so good. And as you can see, this highlighting palette is so pigmented, you guys. Like, I was shocked. I was so shocked. I mean, I've used this palette before, but I hadn't used it like with this brush and everything. And this brush and this palette, it's just like, you're gonna glow for days, girl. Days. So I am putting this highlighter on everywhere on the face that we want to bring forward. You know, everywhere that we already put the concealer and everything. Just any places where you want to bring light to. So I'm going on the cheekbones, on the chin, cupid's bow, nose, and over the eyebrows. Like kind of on the high points of the brows. Next, I'm going in with the highlighter right below it. This one is a little bit more kind of like a pinky, purpley, lavender highlighter. And I'm just going right over top with this one and doing the exact same thing. And then, of course, I had to go in with a powder brush and just kind of go around and go over and make sure everything was nice and blended and there were no harsh lines. Now I'm going to start with the eyes. I'm going in with my Tarte in Bloom palette and I'm taking... what is this? I think this is Sweetheart and Smarty Pants that I'm taking. It's just a really light pink and a really light tan shade. And I'm going in on my Sonia Kashuk large domed crease brush. And I am just putting these two shades all in the transition area. As you can see, I'm going in big circular motions and windshield wiper motions all the way through the crease. Just to really get the shade put down. I love using light pinks and light tans as transition shades just because for my skin tone they really blend out into my skin super well. So all of the other shades that we put on the eyes have something to blend out into, and it makes it look very, very smooth and very blown out. Now I'm going in with this shade. It's a little bit darker. I think it's called Leader, and I'm going in. This is actually a Ecotools a crease or concealer brush, but usually I just use it for like an eyeshadow brush. So I'm just taking this darker shade and I'm going directly into the crease with this, and I'm just really blending this up, the less product that I get on my brush, and I'm making sure that our crease is super pigmented and we have some dimension in there. Then I'll go back in with that Sonia Kashuk brush with no additional product, and I just blend around to make sure there are no harsh lines. Now for the lid shade, I'm going in with this green highlighting shade, and I'm actually going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus just so that this shade is super pigmented, and I'm applying it straight to the eyelid, and as you can see, the shade is so pretty. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So I did not go light-handed with this. I probably applied this eyeshadow to my eyes like 12 times just to make it super pigmented, super holographic, and very green. I wanted you to be able to tell this was a green eyeshadow. Well, not an eyeshadow, but I wanted you to be able to tell that there was green on my eyes and it wasn't like a white or a gold or anything. I wanted it to look very green. So I go in a couple times with my brush, and then I will go in with my fingers a few times just to make sure that this is super, super pigmented. And once I get that pigmented as much as I want, I will go in with the yellow gold shade from this palette, and I'm just picking it up with my fingers, and I'm just going right in the middle of the lid just to give that extra little pop of color and just add an extra little something to the middle of the lid. Now I'm going in with this beautiful, like, true purple highlighting shade. And this is going to be what we put underneath the lash line, or underneath the lower lash line, sorry. I know this is, like, super weird because normally, you know, you put, like, a matte shade down there and you smoke it out and everything. But today, I just wanted to put this super pretty purple iridescent sparkly shade underneath the eyes, and I'm applying this quite a few times so that it shows up super pigmented and super pretty, and you honestly can't even see it that well on camera, but in person it looked so beautiful, and it just added like a really nice pop of color to this, and it really contrasted well with the green. Now I'm going in with this kind of like grayish, bluish, silver highlight. And I'm taking this and I'm putting it on the inner corners of the eyes. I told y'all I created this whole look with this eyeshadow palette. And it looks so pretty and so glowy and so iridescent. So once I get that as much as I want, I am just going to go in and take some more powder and clean up underneath my contour just to make sure that everything is nice and sharp and clean looking. Then I'm going back in with that highlighting palette from Makeup Revolution, the Blush and Highlighting Palette, and I'm taking that same highlighter we used on the cheeks, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this underneath the brow bone just to act as a brow bone highlight. And then I will go in with this first shade, which is like the lightest shade from this whole highlighting palette. It's just like a really white silver highlight. And I am taking this and putting it underneath the brows as well, just because I wanted a little something else, of course. So this whole look was glowing, so I was like, why stop now? And then I went off camera and did my brows, and now I am going to go ahead and wipe off all of the excess product. And now I'm going in with my e.l.f. Clear Lash and Brow Mascara, and I'm just going to go ahead and set my brows down into place. I really like to brush my eyebrows upwards just to make them look more full and more bushy. Now for lips, I'm going in with this Milani Amore matte lipstick, and I think the shade I used was Adorable, but I'm not sure. But just like in every video, I will have everything that I used linked in the description box below. It will all be in order. I will have the pages linked, so it'll be super easy to find. So all the shade names and everything will be in the description box below, so don't you worry, everything will be below so y'all can check it out if you wanted to go out and buy any of these products or try them out for yourself. Then over top of that, I'm going with a Stila Lip Top Coat in the shade Transcend. And as you can see, I'm just taking this and I'm dabbing it into the middle of the lips. And then I'll just take my finger and kind of like pat it out. I don't want to put this all over my lips like a gloss. I just want the sparkle to be in the middle of the lips, so it kind of gives that like iridescent glow whenever you turn to the side. You know, just like the light catches it and just makes this lip look a lot different. If that makes any sense. I feel like I was just rambling, but y'all might get what I'm saying. Okay, everyone, so this is my completed look. It's super pretty, it's super girly, colorful, but also very easy and glam all at the same time. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you will never miss one of my videos. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks, everyone. Bye.